go, top of the hour. I'm not the only one questioning the president's actions in the face of terror. This headline from the Washington Post's lefty opinion writer, Dana Milbank. Look at it. Barack Obama, President Obama. Good heavens. Wall Street Journal Dan Henniger is with me. That was a little strong, wasn't it? Mr. Barack Obama, President Obama? What?
Yeah, well, if even writers like Dana Milbank are beginning to notice, there must be something going on. And I think it is true, Stuart, that people are beginning to wonder whether the president has essentially checked out. I mean, his mood, like the statement after the Paris massacre last week when he read it off, was so bloodless and unemotional. And I do personally think that Barack Obama is, in some sense, depressed. He's not depressed that things aren't going well. He's depressed that the world isn't going the way he thinks it should. That it, just as you were suggesting in your commentary, that they're not doing what he has been telling them to do. He feels that the world is kind of run by an arc of history and that it ought to bend to his will. The way Uri Geller used to bend spoons, remember, just think about it, it would bend.
Oh, well,
terrible. It's not working for him.
You're terrible.
But there's another more substantive reason that's political, and that is you've got to remember that Barack Obama is a man of the left. And the American left does not want to project American power overseas. They don't want to do that for reasons of ideology, and they also don't want to do it so they can reduce defense spending and reprogram it into domestic spending like the great needs of Obamacare. And that raises the question, what is Hillary Clinton going to do about that?
Exactly. I mean, as top-level Democrats sort of peel away and express concern about President Obama, where does that leave Hillary Clinton? She's got to move away from him because his policies are unpopular and his legacy in doubt. But how does she move significantly away from him?
Well, she does it with something like that speech she gave to the Council on Foreign Relations last week, in which she sort of sounds hawkish on foreign policy because you cannot ignore the world coming apart as it is. And her followers and advisors keep telling people, sotto voce, President Hillary Clinton will be much stronger on national security than Barack Obama has been. But the left is where he is, not where she is. So she has to thread that needle somewhere between recognizing the world as it is and not alienating Obama's left-wing supporters.
There's still a huge chunk of the Democrat Party which is on the left, not just slightly to the left of center, way out there on the left.
I don't think it's a huge chunk. I think it's virtually the whole party now. I mean, you have to understand Barack Obama has been president for nearly 8 years now, 7 years, and that he has remade the party in his image. They control a kind of important posts in the Democratic Party, and most of the centrists have been pushed away. Remember Joe Lieberman, the centrist Democrat, they ran a primary against him and drove him out of the party.
It's just surprising that things seem to be spiraling down for the president, whether it's Mideast policy, terror, climate change. It's spiraling down. It's not gaining strength and momentum. It's going the other way from the man.
Well, again, I think you touched on it on your commentary quite exactly. He will not listen to anyone. Reality for Barack Obama is himself and what's in his head, and he sees what's going on out there as kind of an abstraction. And I admit that if he's going to act that way for the next 14 months, the world is going to remain a dangerous place. But he is just not listening to anyone other than perhaps Valerie Jarrett and I think his wife, Michelle Obama.
Dan Henniger.
Locked up.
Yeah, you got it. Dan Henniger, Wall Street Journal. Thank you very much for joining us.
All right.